Aunt Karen's about to comment on your plate. Uncle Bob's ready with his next diet tip. And your mom is giving you that look. But, Queen, this year we're coming prepared. I'm going to show you how to handle these comments with grace. Hey, beautiful. The holidays are coming soon. I can't believe how quick they're coming. And this is a time of year that is supposed to be full of fun, joy, celebration. But a lot of times, those of us that are in plus size bodies, it can actually be a really anxiety inducing time of year. Family gatherings can bring on a whole lot of comments about our bodies, comments about the food that we're eating, and a whole lot of diet talk and diet tips, just things that are unwanted and unnecessary. And it just makes it not a fun time of year sometimes. So, today I want to share with you how we can protect ourselves from anti fat bias during the holidays. And I'm also going to share with you some responses that you can use as comebacks to, whether it's Aunt Karen or Uncle Bob or even your mom, sister, whoever, that you can use to come back at them when they say something that is unwanted. Also, be sure to stick around to the end because I have a free resource for you that you're going to want to grab. All right, so before talking about solutions, let's talk about what we're dealing with: straight up anti fat bias. And let's also talk about how it can show up. So, one of the ways that it shows up is, those helpful tips about the next greatest diet, or the comment, have you tried this diet? Oh, what about this one? Oh, this one worked great for me. Another way that the anti fat bias shows up during the holidays from our family, friends, etc., is people comment about the food that is on your plate. So, for example, Aunt Karen, she likes to come along and is watching every little thing that you're putting on your plate and likes to say something like, you're really going to eat that? Do you think you need that? Yeah, that's another way it shows up. Another way that it shows up, and this kind of goes with the unsolicited diet talk, diet tips, is the unsolicited health advice. And another way that the anti fat bias shows up during the holidays from our well meaning family and friends is those backhanded comments. I'm pretty sure you probably know what I'm talking about, but if not, let me give you an example. My favorite that I used to get from my grandma, rest in peace, grandma, loved her dearly, but she used to always say, Tisha, you would be so pretty if you only lost weight. Yeah, backhanded comments. And a couple other ways that it shows up is when grandma, mom, anybody pulls out before and after photos of holidays past, or they're comparing your body to somebody else's body in the family. So, another example from me is, I used to get compared. I have a cousin, we are 15 days apart in age. So obviously, I grew up with her. She was very thin. I was a chubby child, and I would always get compared to her and her body. So, those are just some of the ways that anti fat bias can show up. I know it's hard to remember this, but I really want you to try and remember that those comments that are made to you, they say way more about the person that is saying them to you than they do about you. And anybody that is uncomfortable with your body, that is their problem. That is not your problem. Again, I know it's easier said than done, but just try to keep that in mind. All right, now let's chat about some preparation strategies that you can use to help prepare yourself both mentally and emotionally. Apparently, Gary needs to make an appearance in the video today. So you can set clear boundaries beforehand. If your family does like a group text with everybody, just set a boundary in there. Let them know that your body is not up for discussion. You don't want anybody commenting about the food that you're eating. Whatever you feel comfortable doing to set a boundary before you go to a holiday gathering, do it. It's important to protect yourself and for you to feel safe and comfortable going to a family gathering. Another way that you can do it is practice responses to common comments. So, for example, if somebody made a comment about my body, I would simply say something like, my body is not up for discussion. It's not for you to, make a comment about. Um, if somebody is food policing you, come up with a common response that you can use to come back at them. Another way that you can prepare yourself both emotionally and mentally is plan self-care activities. I would suggest planning some self-care activities for both before you go to that holiday gathering and after you come back from that holiday gathering, whatever that may be for you. Maybe it's going to be, you set aside 20 minutes to take a nice long hot bubble bath, or you set aside 15 minutes when you get home to make sure that, you just sit and journal or sit and meditate, whatever you need to do that is self care for you, just plan those activities and make sure that you do them. Okay, now I want to share with you some in the moment responses, or I should say, some responses that you can use in the moment when somebody makes a comment to you. And I jotted down a couple different responses that you can use in regards to different things. So, for example, if somebody's coming at you, if Uncle Bob is coming to you to share with you the latest diet tip or the next greatest diet that he has tried, here's a couple comebacks that you can use to, just stop that discussion. You could say, I don't discuss diets or weight loss anymore. How's your garden doing? Now, you can be as sassy or sarcastic or snotty as you want to be. These are pretty tame and mellow, and what I like to say, graceful. So, another one you could say is, I'm focusing on joy and celebration today, not restriction. If somebody's coming at you with body comments, you could say, my body isn't up for discussion, or I'm happy and healthy exactly as I am. Now, if you use the I'm happy and healthy exactly as I am, somebody may come at you about fat is not healthy, blah, blah, blah. So if you're going to use that one, I would just suggest that maybe you come up with something that, if somebody does come back at you about, fat isn't healthy, just have another comeback that you can use in response to that one. And for anybody that is food policing you, simply say, I trust my body to tell me what it needs. I'm enjoying the holiday exactly as I choose to. I would love to know if you have any comebacks that you would suggest for somebody to use if somebody is coming at them with, food policing, body shaming, diet talk, whatever it may be. Leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear what your comeback is. Okay, now I want to share with you some ways that you can protect your energy during these family holiday gatherings. So, one of them would be to take breaks whenever necessary. You don't have to tell anybody this, but you could designate a room. Maybe it's their spare bedroom, or maybe it's even slipping into the bathroom for 5 minutes, or even, maybe step outside, go out to your car, whatever it is. If you are just feeling overwhelmed and, it's just too much, take breaks whenever you need to. This is all about protecting you, your emotional, well-being, your energy. So whatever you need to do it. Another strategy would be to plan exit strategies. Whatever the exit strategy for you may be, just figure that out beforehand. And if you are going to use, a friend or somebody to help you with that exit strategy, obviously let them know beforehand so that they know when they need to help you exit the situation. Another tip would be to, excuse me, plan recovery time. And this kind of goes along with, in the previous section, I mentioned plan self care activities. Recovery time, I think, could also include those self care activities. Maybe how emotionally and just energetically drained you're going to feel after a family holiday gathering. Maybe you know that you need to have at least one day of downtime, one day to recover from all of that. Just plan that in, put it in your calendar. Just do again whatever you need to do to take care of yourself because you are the most important person. And then another tip that I would share is, just remember your worth. Your worth is not determined by your body size, a number on the scale, or, what other people think about your body. You are worthy and amazing and wonderful just as you are. Remember, the holidays are supposed to be a time of fun and joy and celebration, and you deserve to enjoy the holidays fully. You deserve to enjoy the holidays exactly as you are in the body you have today. Hey, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to check out the description below for my free resource that is going to give you a list of responses that you can use as comebacks to, family members, friends, whoever may be food policing you, body shaming you, giving you unsolicited health or unsolicited diet talk during these holiday gatherings. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.